Okay. Hi everybody, Game Cooker US Rocks VR here. Um, just getting online here to share some things with you. Um, I got some racing hardware for my computer, and I just wanted to show it off to you. So I'm not going to waste too much time here with you looking at me. I don't know why my picture in picture is not showing up. It's not giving me that option anymore, so I apologize. So let me flip around here and show you the stuff that I have. Alrighty, I don't know if this is streaming in high definition or not. It should be, but not really sure why it's not. Anyway, so I went out and bought a 4K webcam, Logitech. I got a good deal on it. I got like 50 bucks off. So I ended up picking that up. It does, I don't know if you can really see here. It does, I believe 1080p at 60 frames per second. And it does 4K at 30 frames per second. And of course, 720 will probably be pretty clear at 60 frames per second. So this is really the only kind of webcam that is out now that's 4K. I mean, there might be some obscure Chinese versions or something, but um, this is the only one I see in the store. So um, yeah, here's what it looks like. I don't really have a light. I wonder if I can put the light on. Will it let me do that? Yeah, so there's the camera there. It's kind of getting a little... So it's on top of the TV right now. Um, yeah, so I'll be testing that later. The other thing that I got was a wheel and pedal set. You know, I didn't have like a ton of money. Um, so I just went with a lesser value one, which may or may not have been a mistake. I don't know. We'll find out. This is the Thrustmaster TMX force feedback wheel and pedal set. It works with Xbox and PC. So I don't think this is the one that works with PlayStation, it's just Xbox and Windows. So yeah, so I'll show you the this is how everything looks. This is how I got my room set up now. I'll show you. So I rearranged everything in here to kind of make it better for the racing. So that's my steering wheel and my pedals. Yeah, just disregard the cable management right now. I'm still kind of finishing up. So this is pretty much how I have it set up here. So this is the wheel. You know, just clamps right onto the table there. Now I'll show you some adjustments I made because it wasn't totally fitting on there. Um, so I'll show you that in a second. But here's the room that's kind of rearranged now. So it's got a nice little play space now for my VR. I'm still kind of finishing up here. I got a bunch of junk here. I have to put that somewhere. And then I got my other computer over here. Down there is like my VR stuff, PlayStation 3. You know, just some discs and stuff. So this is my other computer that my son was playing on and my niece. Um, yeah, and my dresser. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Um, so anyway, so that's my setup pretty much. My router. That's my VR cabling there. Now to keep everything on the table here, because the VR you can't have the cable yank out, so I kind of got some Velcro here and kind of anchored it in so it doesn't get ripped out. And then I got this on Velcro here so that, you know, it doesn't pull off the table. Same thing with my CD player here, which I don't put in my PC. This is the VR headset, which I'm going to be using to race as well. Um, so that's my setup there. Now, the problem I had with this particular this table here, I use this table because it folds up real nicely. Probably would have been better to use like a wooden, but you know, for convenience, you know, I just kind of use this. Now there was a problem here because there's like a lump here. Um, there's a lump here, and this clamp here, it just takes a bolt that goes up through here to, you know, clamp it onto the table. And because of that kind of bulge there, it wasn't clamping properly. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'll see. I put a board here. So I put a board under here and put some little padding, little pads, so that, you know, it has something to anchor onto now because it wasn't quite going around properly to clamp onto this part. And then the other thing was is when I was turning the wheel here, since this is a light table, it was kind of rocking back and forth. So like the TV and the camera and everything was kind of wobbling. So I basically screwed the table to the wall. And I just put the boards there just to make a gap so that I can run the wires through. So you can see there. So now the table is much more stable. Now, you know, you can see it doesn't really wobble much. You can see the TV there. I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess, because you can't tell. But this was really wobbling back and forth quite a bit when I was turning the wheel. So now it's much more stable. So, you know, jerry rigged. The other thing too is the pedals. Now, when you put your feet on the pedals here, okay, you know that like here I'll take this out. So if you see the pedals, right, the thing is walking. You can see it's walking, right? So that's a big problem. You can't have that thing walking. So I went out and bought some of this stuff. It's like the stuff that you put under the carpet. So it isn't perfect, but it definitely improves the situation a lot. So I just put this like on there. And then, you know, it doesn't really walk. I mean, I have more control over it. It still moves a little bit, but it's not walking. So it's definitely much more stable now with the grip stuff. I forget what you call that. Let me see if I have if I kept the paper. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. So it's called, let's see if we can focus. There it is. Deluxe Rug Grip Pad. So that's what I used. I picked it up at, where did I get it from? Home Depot. You could also buy like a carpet. They have like throw carpets. as well. Um, and one of the carpets had a pretty nice kind of grippy surface on the top. I was going to go get that one and see how that worked. I may go pick it up just to check it out. But that's my setup for the racing. So that's all. I just wanted to show you the wheel and the pedals. I was gonna buy a rack and all that stuff, but you know, I I only got so much space in the house here, so um, this was like the quickest way to set everything up. Now I may buy a rack and maybe I'll put it in the garage outside so that I'll play outside where I got much more room to stick a rack. So there's my racing setup. So I guess that's it then. So you know, this is the stuff that I got here. Thrustmaster, Logitech, 4K webcam. Is that showing it backwards? Oh. Anyway. All right, guys. That's it, I guess. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye now. Peace.